good evening, everyone. Online, is my voice is audible to you all as well as screen? Clear for all of you? Can you confirm me in chat box once? Yes. So now, actually, in last class, what we have discussed about the DevOps introduction, right? So now, in this class, we are going to start about the servers. Okay, na? As a DevOps engineer, at the end, we are going to work on the servers as well as architecture of servers. Okay, na? So let us discuss about the servers. So generally, we are daily using the applications, right? Okay, na. So daily we are using the phone pay, daily we are using the Paytm, WhatsApp, Twitter, Instagram. Like we are using the number of applications daily. So now, what is meant by application first? What is meant by application? App. So daily we are using the apps, right? What is meant by app? Anybody has any idea? Online. To store the data. Okay. And then come. What is meant by application? Application ante ఏంటి? So let me tell you. Application is nothing but group of services. So let's say I'm having the Paytm application. Paytm is the app or not? It's going to be app, right? App is nothing but application. Okay, now group of services together called application. So let's say I'm having the recharge, bank transactions, movie tickets, train tickets, as well as bus tickets. Group of services together called application. Clear? Online, clear for all of you. What is meant by application? Group of services together called application. Clear? So now, where our application will store? So let's say this is my phone, right? In my phone, I am having the Paytm application. I am having the YouTube application. I am having the WhatsApp application. I am having the Twitter, Google Pay. So like we are having the number of application in my phone. Okay now. So actually, where our application will present in my phone or in my Play Store or App Store or lekapothe in our server, where it is going to be present? App Store or Play Store? Sure. Where it is going to be where it is going to be present? In the server. Where it is going to be present? In the server. So phone is the platform to access the application. Actually, at the end, where our application will present? Our application will present on the server. So now, what is meant by server again? What is meant by server? What is server? Great, Rohit. Was present on the server only. Okay, na? Now, what is meant by server again? Collecting the information. Okay. So daily we are using the server. So sometimes it will say that our server is down, server is down. What is meant by server first? Where our application code will run. Great. Now let me tell you with simple example. So let's say this is me. I have went to a restaurant. I have went to a restaurant. So ultimately one guy is come to my table. Who is he? Server boy, right? So ultimately server boy will come to my dining table. So what is asking? Sir, order, sir. Okay, now what I am going to order means I am a biryani lover, so I am going to order the biryani. So what is going to serve me? So particular, he went to the particular kitchen, he is going to serve the biryani, right? Here the server boy, which fulfills the needs of end user, which provides the need of end user, nothing but server, right? The same manner, real time also, server is nothing but which provides the need of end user. End user కి కావాల్సిన అవసరాలని నీడ్స్ ని ప్రొవైడ్ చేసేదే సర్వర్. ఓకేనా? అర్థమైన సర్వర్ అంటే ఏంటి? విచ్ ప్రొవైడ్స్ ద నీడ్ ఆఫ్ ఎండ్ యూజర్. ఎండ్ యూజర్ కి కావాల్సిన అవసరాలని ప్రొవైడ్ చేసేదే సర్వర్. ఆన్లైన్ క్లియర్ ఫర్ ఆల్ ఆఫ్ యూ. వాట్ ఈస్ మీన్ బై సర్వర్?
Yes.
Yes. So what we have discussed till now, what is meant by application first? Group of services together called application. Okay na? So then next, where our application will store? In the server. Now what is meant by server? Which provides the need of end user. Great. So totally, we are having three types of servers. How many types? Three types of servers we are having. So the first one is about web server. What is it? Web server. So the second one is about app server. So the third one is about database server. Only how many types of servers we are having? Three types of servers. So the first one is about web server. Second one is about app server. So the third one is about database server. So let us discuss one by one. What is meant by web server? What is meant by app server? What is meant by database server? So the first one is about web server. So now, first one is about web server. So web server is nothing but which provides the UI part of our application. Which provides the UI part of our application. Now, what is meant by UI part? Nothing but user interface. So let's say when I have opened the Chrome, so search for paytm.com. So ultimately it is going to provide me one UI part, right? So this is nothing but web server. Not only for the Paytm, when I have searched for the Netflix, ultimately Netflix will provide me a UI part. Nothing but web server. Also, I'm going to search for AHA. So AHA, for AHA also we are having the UI part. Nothing but these all are the web servers. Wherever UI part was present. Now, who will work on the web server? Who will work on the web server? So ultimately, we have UI UX team. Who will work on the web server? UI UX team. So then next, which type of technologies they will use? They will use like CSS, HTML, Java, okay na, React, Angular. We are having the number of technologies. Okay na? According to our requirement, UI UX team will work on the web server. Clear? So the fourth point, where our web server will present. So totally we are having the OSI layers. In the presentation layer, our web server will present. Where our web server will present? The presentation layer. Okay na? Clear for all of you about the 4 points. So now, you need to tell me what is meant by web server? Which provides the UI part of our
Part of the application.
Who will work on the web server? UI UX team. Where our web server will present? Where our web server will present? Presentation layer. Okay now. So then next, which type of technologies they will use? CSS, HTML,
HTML, JavaScript, Java, Angular.
Java, React, Angular. Great. So then next, after web server, what we are having? App server. What we are having? App server. Now, what is meant by app server? App server is nothing but where our logic was present, where our services was present. Logic was present. So now, what is meant by logic again? So see here, this is my Paytm application. In that Paytm application, I am having the recharge, bank transactions, movie tickets, train tickets, as well as bus tickets, right? These all are the logics of our application. Okay, na? These all are the services for our application. Okay, now. So app server, what is meant by app server? App server is nothing but wherever logic was present. Now, who will work on the app server? Means ultimately we are having the developers. Who will work on the app server? Developers. Nothing but dev team will work on the app server. Okay, now. Which type of technologies they will use? We are having the number of technologies, like we are having Python, we are having the Java, we are having the C, C++, okay, na C hash we are having, .NET, So like we are having the number of technologies. According to our wish, developer team will work on the app server. Where it will present? It will present on the logic layer. Where it will present? Logic layer. So totally 4 points. Clear for all of you. Online.
Yes.
Yes. So after app server, what we are having? Database server. What we are having? Database server. So now, actually, let's say when I am going to book a train tickets. Okay now. So let's say search for or else flight tickets. Click on the search for flights. So ultimately my server is going to be redirect, right? So this is nothing but app server guys. Okay now. So when you are searching for any logic, so let's say I'm going to book a bus tickets. So click on the bus. So my server is going to be redirect, right? So nothing but it's going to be your app server. Okay now. So now after providing my details here, these details will get stored in some place, right? Nothing but it is going to be stored on database server. Where it is going to be stored? Database server. So now nothing but DB server. Wait a second. DB server where our information was stored. So was stored. So now who will work on database server? Means ultimately we are having DB team. What we are having? DB team, database team. This type of technologies they will use. Means we are having the number of technologies like SQL, MySQL, PostgreSQL, MongoDB, Cosmos DB, DynamoDB. We are having the number of DBs. So according to our wish, they are going to be work. So wherever database server will present, backend, where it is going to be present, backend. So I will clear for all of you about the database server. PostgreSQL, MongoDB, Cosmos DB, DynamoDB. So we are having the number. So now, let me recap all the ones. So now, what is meant by application again? What is meant by application? Group of services together called application. So actually, where our application will store? Server. Now, what is meant by server? Which provides the need of end user.
End user.
Yeah. So totally, how many servers we are having? Three type of
True.
servers. What are they?
Application, web application and database server.
Great, super. So now, what is meant by web server? Which provides the
Provide
UI.
UI part of application.
Great, super. So then next, who will work on web server?
UI UX team.
UX team.
UI, UX team. Which type of technologies they will use?
CSS, HTML,
CSS,
Java,
Java.
Java,
yeah,
React, Angular.
React, Angular. Great, super, super. So wherever web server will present,
Presentation layer.
presentation layer.
Presentation.
Clear na? Great.
Yeah.
So after web server, what we are having?
Application server.
App.
So what is meant by app server?
Logic
Logic will
backend.
present. Logic.
Yeah, wherever logic was present. Who will work on the app server?
Develop.
Developer.
Developer
Development.
team.
So which type of technologies they will use?
Python, Java,
Python,
C, C++.
Java.
Java, .NET, we are having the number of types. So then next, wherever app server will present,
Logic layer.
logic layer. Great. So next, after app server, what we are having?
Database server.
Database server. Who will work on the database server?
DB team.
DB
Database.
team.
So which type of technologies they will use?
SQL, MySQL,
SQL.
SQL,
MongoDB, Cosmos DB.
SQL, MySQL. Okay, now we are having the number of technologies. Now, wherever database, I mean
Backend well.
the backend. Okay, now so done. So after this, we are having the installation of servers. What we are having? Installation of servers. So before going to start about the installation of servers, let me give one example. So this is my water. So let's say I'm having my water. What is the color of water here? In generally, what is the color of water? Transparent, right? So ultimately it was transparent. So when I have dropped the red color over the plain water, what will happen? Ultimately it is going to turn into the red color. So when you drop the red color, it is going to turn into the red. So when you are dropped the blue color, ultimately blue water. Green color, green water. Okay, now pink color, pink water. In the same manner, this is my plain server. This is my plain server. When I have installed the web server configurations over the plain server, then the server is going to act as the web server. Okay, na? When I have installed the app server configurations over the plain server, then the server is going to act as app server. When I have installed the database server configurations over the plain server, then the server is going to act as database server. So I will guide you how to install the web server, how to install the app server, how to install the database server. So in the upcoming classes, you are going to install it. Okay, now your own. So then next, after the installation of servers, what we are having means we are having the architectures of servers. What we are having? Architectures of servers. So majorly, so totally we are having 4 types. How many types? 4 types of architectures. But majorly we are having 3 types of architectures. How many types? 3 types of architectures. So the first one is about one tier architecture. What is it? One tier architecture. So the second one is about 2-tier architecture. So the third one is about 3-tier architecture. So what about the fourth one? Any random exam? Random guess. Fourth one. 4-tier. No. N-tier architecture. What we are having? N-tier architecture. So forgot about the N-tier architecture. So majorly we are having how many types? 3 types of architectures. So let us discuss one by one. So the first one is about one-tier architecture. One-tier architecture. So here, tier is nothing but layer. Tier is nothing but layer. Layer is nothing but server. Layer is nothing but server. So ultimately, I can call it as one server architecture, right? Ultimately, we can call it as one server architecture. So the name itself contains one server. So in this architecture, totally how many servers will present? Only one server will present. So let's say this is my server. Okay. Na? So totally how many types of servers we are having? 3 types of servers we are having. What are they? Web server, app server, database server. So when I have installed the web server, app server, database server within the same server, then this type of architecture is nothing but one-tier architecture. Clear? So example for one-tier architecture. What is the example? Means our laptop. What is it? Laptop only the server. So in generally we are going to call it a server. Laptop is nothing but a server. Okay now. So in my server, I am having the different applications. I am having the VLC media. I am having the Zoom. I am having the let me open it. So this is my laptop, right? So I am having the Visual Studio Code. I am having the Visual Studio. Okay now Zoom, GoToMeeting. We are having the number of applications. So let's say I am going to open the VLC media. So when you are opening the VLC media, ultimately you will get one UI part, right? So this is nothing but a web server. This is my UI part. So now I'm going to open the media. So when you have clicked the media, and then open file. So it is going to redirect to some other page, right? Nothing but this is going to be your app server. Okay now. So I'm going to open one video. So actually wherever video was stored, database, right? Nothing but in laptop it is going to store on the storage, but in general we are going to call it as database. So all three are placed at within the single place. Nothing but web server. I mean one tier architecture. అర్థమైనా? సో నా ల్యాప్టాప్ లో విఎల్సి మీడియా ఉంది. సో ఈ విఎల్సి మీడియాని ఓపెన్ చేసినప్పుడు నాకు ఒక యూఐ పార్ట్ వచ్చింది. సో ఇదేంటి యూఐ పార్ట్ అంటే వెబ్ సర్వర్. ఓకేనా? సో ఇక్కడ నేను మీడియాని లోడ్ చేస్తున్నా. మీడియాని లోడ్ చేసినప్పుడు ఓపెన్ ఫైల్ క్లిక్ చేసిన తర్వాత ఆటోమేటిక్ నాకు ఒక రీడైరెక్ట్ అయింది. సో ఇది నథింగ్ బట్ యాప్ సర్వర్ అన్న. సో నెక్స్ట్ ఇక్కడ నాకు డేటా ఏదైతే ఉంటుందో ఆ డేటా అనేది ఎక్కడ స్టోర్ అవుతుంది? స్టోరేజ్ లో స్టోర్ అవుతుంది. ఇన్ జనరల్ గా దాన్ని ఏమంటాము? డేటాబేస్ అంట. అర్థమైందా? ఈ త్రీ కూడా ఎట్ ఎ టైం అంటే ఒక సింగిల్ ప్లేస్ లో ప్లేస్ అయింది. వీటిని ఏమంటారంటే వన్ టియర్ ఆర్కిటెక్చర్ అంటారు. ఏమంటారు? వన్ టియర్ ఆర్కిటెక్చర్. Yeah, sure, Sagar, I will. So then next, after one tier architecture, what we are having? Two tier architecture. So now, two tier architecture. So here again, tier is nothing but layer. Layer is nothing but server. So ultimately I can call it as two server architecture, right? So the name itself contains two servers. So totally how many servers will present here? Two servers will present. So this is my server 1. This is my server 2. So totally how many servers we are having? How many types of servers we are having? 3 types. So in the server 1, I'm going to install the web server. In server 2, I'm going to install the app server as well as database server. So I'm going to establish the connection between them. Then this type of architecture is nothing but two-tier architecture. Okay, no? But example for the two-tier architecture. Where is the example? Means your phone with the YouTube. So let's say this is my phone. In my phone, I'm having the YouTube or not? We are having the YouTube. So actually, when you have opened the YouTube, ultimately you will get the UI part. Okay, na? UI part will present on your phone only. But the content that are present in the YouTube, it was present on the server or not. So it is going to be redirected to the some other place. Nothing but app server as well as database server. Say for all of you, example for two-tier architecture. Online clear for all of about the two-tier architecture. So then next, after two-tier architecture, what we are having? Three-tier architecture. What we are having? Three-tier architecture. Three-tier architecture. So the name itself contains three-tier. I mean here tier is nothing but layer again. Layer is nothing but server. Totally how many servers will present here? 3 servers will present. So this is my server 1. This is my server 2. This is my server 3. So I am going to establish the connections between them. So then this type of architecture is nothing but three-tier architecture. So in the first server, I am going to install the web. So second server, app. Third server, database. So this type of architecture is nothing but three-tier architecture. So example for three-tier architecture. Again, the phone and YouTube only. So way of arranging the app server as well as database server is a different thing. Okay, na? Example for three-tier architecture. What we are having? YouTube and phone. Okay, na? So now let me recap it one more time. So first, what we have discussed about the server, right? Now, what is meant by server? What is meant by server?
Provide need of end user.
Yeah, which provides the need of end user. Okay, na? So totally how many types of servers we are having?
3 types.
3 types. What are they?
Web application database.
Yeah, good. So what is meant by web server?
UI part of our application.
Application. Who will work on web server?
UI and UX team.
Right. Which type of technologies they will use?
CSS, HTML, React, Java, Angular.
Great. So wherever web server will present?
Presentation layer.
Presentation. So after web server, what we are having? App server.
App server.
What is meant by app server? Wherever logic
Logic
works.
will present.
Who will work on the app server?
Development.
Development.
So which type of technologies they will use?
Python, Java, C, C++,
Java.
.NET.
Good. So the next step. Wherever app server will present.
Logic layer.
So
Which second?
So after database, I mean app server, what we are having? Database.
Database.
Now, who will work on the database server?
Store information.
Yeah, we store the information. We'll work on database server, database team. So which type of technologies they will use?
SQL, MongoDB, Cosmos.
Where our database server will present? Back.
Backend.
So now, totally how many types of architectures we are having? Totally.
Totally
Four.
four.
Four types. Majorly?
Three.
3 types. What are they?
One
One
time,
time,
two
one
time.
server, two server, three server.
Tier, 3 tier
Three
architecture.
time.
1 tier architecture, totally how many servers will present? Only one server will.
One server.
So within the only one server, I am having the app, web server,
App
app
server,
server,
database.
database server. So example for 1 tier architecture, laptop.
Yeah.
So after 1 tier architecture, what we are having? 2 tier architecture. So totally how many servers will present here? 2 servers
Two
will
servers.
present. So example for 2 tier architecture.
YouTube.
Yeah.
Great. So after 2 tier architecture, what we are having?
This one.
3 tier architecture. So totally how many servers will present here? 3 servers will present. Web, app, database.
Database.
Okay, na? So example for 3 tier architecture, 4 and 8. So now I am dealing with the servers. So I have said that my laptop is also one server, right? If my laptop needs to work, if my laptop needs to run, I need one OS or not? We need a OS. Now, what is meant by OS? Operating system. You are saying full form of OS, but I am asking, what is the purpose of OS?
Software.
Software. Okay.
I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, OS,
Yeah, you can tell. So I think
OS is software. I mean,
manages.
it's-
Yeah, let me tell you with a simple example. So let's say we are humans or not. We are humans. We know the number of languages. We know Telugu, we know Hindi, we know English, Kannada, Malayalam, Tamil, Marathi. We are having number of languages, right? For the mission, for the server, we only understand the binary level language. Which language? Binary level language. Nothing but lower level language. We can call this zeros and ones. Other than this, server can't understand any language. So if I want to communicate with my server, if I want to communicate with my laptop, I need one translator or not? Ultimately, we need one translator. Here, translator are nothing but OS. Translator are nothing but OS. So ultimately, OS is nothing but which provides the communication between user as well as server, as well as laptop. Clear for all of you? What is meant by OS? So basically, it was introduction about the Linux. So let me share the PPT of Linux. So now Linux, okay? Na? So about the Linux, Linux is a free and open source operating system with high security. Now, what is meant by free and open source? Free and open source is nothing but anyone can access without any pay. Okay, no? Nothing but free and open source. Anyone can access. Operating system with high security. In the Linux, we are having the high security. And Linux is multi-user based OS. Nothing but, let's say this is my server. My server is working on the Linux. Okay, now operating system is going to be the Linux. Multiple users can able to log in at a time to my server. Nothing but multi-user based OS. So now, OS. What is meant by OS? Operating system. An operating system is a software that act as an interface between computer hardware components and the user. అంతే కదా చెప్పుకుంది interface between computer hardware components as well as user. Nothing but OS. So generally, we are having three types of OSs. How many types? Three types. So first one was the Windows. Second one was the Mac OS. Third one was the Ubuntu. So we are also having the Ubuntu laptops. Okay, now for the Ubuntu laptops, we are having the Ubuntu OS. For the Mac laptops, MacBooks, we are having the Mac OS. Now also for the Windows, we are having the Windows OS. So these all are the types of OSs. Now, after this, what we are having? We are having the Linux OS distributions. Okay, now so in generally we are having the number of OS distributions. So see here, Red Hat, Ubuntu, Debian, CentOS, Fedora, OpenSUSE, Kali Linux, Amazon Linux, as well as Rocky Linux. So let's say what are all these? So let's say this is my I am having the phones, right? In my phones, let's say we are having the Vivo, we are having the Oppo, Realme, Redmi, Samsung, okay, na, iPhone, okay, na. So Poco, we are having the number of, different types of phones, right? So let's say if OS is the phone, these all are the types. Okay, nothing but distributions of OS. So online clear for all of you. So then next. Yes. So the next thing is about architecture of OS. Okay, na? So let's say what we are having the first component here, hardware. What we are having? Hardware. Now, what is meant by hardware? So let's say this is my laptop. This is my laptop. When I have connected any external devices, so let's say I have connected the printer. I have connected the like a mouse. I have connected the HDMI ports. All this information will get stored on the hardware component. Where it is going to store? Hardware component. So the next, after hardware component, what we are having here? Kernel. Now, what is meant by kernel? So see here, many of the people will get confused here on difference between OS as well as kernel. So, what is meant by OS? Which provides the communication between user as well as system. Now see here, kernel. So kernel is the part which provides the communication between computer hardware components. Let's say I'm in my computer, I am having the RAM or not. I am having the CPU or not. These all are the hardware components which we can see as well as touch are nothing but hardware components. In my laptop only, I'm having the software components. Like I'm having the binary files, boot files, runtime files. We are having, right? So binary, runtime, boot files. So kernel is the kernel is the component which provides the communication between computer hardware as well as computer software. Which provides the communication between computer hardware components as well as computer software components are nothing but kernel. Okay. What is the purpose of OS? Communication between user as well as system. What is meant by kernel? Yeah, communication between hardware as well as software components in our laptop. Great. So after kernel, what we are having? Shell. Now, what is meant by shell? Shell is the component where our commands are executing. So let's say I'm having my laptop, right? In my laptop, I'm having the command prompt. So in my command prompt, I'm going to execute one command. Okay now. So actually where our commands are executing are nothing but shell. Okay. So after this, what we are having? Applications. What we are having? Applications. Now, what is meant by application? So actually in my laptop, I am having applications. So see here, I am having PLC media, I am having GoToMeeting, I am having the Visual Studio, Firefox. These all are the applications. Actually, these applications are present on the application part. You know? So I will take for all of you about the architecture of Linux. So now let me recap one more time for you. So from the first, what is meant by application? What is meant by application? A group of services together called application. Actually, where our application will store? The server. Okay, now what is meant by server? Which provides the need of
Yeah,
it.
Baba.
Okay, totally how many types of servers we are having? Three types of servers we
Three.
are having. Yeah. So the first one is
Yeah.
about
Web
web
server.
server,
Web
app server. Next.
database.
Database server.
So what is meant by web server here?
UI part.
Yeah, but
Which provides the UI part. Okay, now who will work on the web server?
UI
UI
UX
UX team.
Great. So which type of technologies they will use?
HTML, Java, React, Angular.
So where our web server will present?
Presentation layer.
Clear? Next. After web server, what we are having?
App server.
Application server. Okay, now who will work on the app server? Development.
Development.
So which type of technologies they will use?
Python, Java, C, C++, CS.NET.
Great. So where our app server will present?
Logic layer.
So after app server, what we are having?
Database.
Database server. So who will work on the database server? DB team. So actually where our information was stored in the database server only. Okay, na? So which type of technologies they are going to use?
SQL, MySQL, MongoDB, Cosmos.
Yeah, great. Super. So after this, where our database server will present?
Backend.
Okay. So then next, how many types of architectures we are having?
Mainly 4, major 3.
Majorly three. Great. So what are they?
1 tier, 2 tier, 3 tier.
3 times.
Yeah. So totally in one tier architecture, how many servers will present?
One
server.
server.
We mean in two tier architecture, how many servers?
2 servers.
2 server.
Three tier architecture.
3.
3 servers.
So example for one tier architecture.
Laptop.
So example for two tier architecture. Phone and
You-
this is
YouTube.
also.
Yeah.
Okay, na? So this is my server. If my server needs to work, needs to run, what we need to have? So let's say server, I forgot about the server. This is my laptop. So if my laptop needs to work, needs to run, what we need to have? We need to have one OS, right?
Yes,
What is
yeah.
meant by OS? which provides the communication between user as well as laptop
System.
system. Yeah, nothing but OS.
OS.
Okay, now totally how many types of OSs we are having? How many types? Now I'm not asking the distributions. OS types. Three.
Three.
What are
Three
they?
types. Windows OS,
Windows,
Windows,
Mac,
Mac,
Ubuntu.
Ubuntu.
Okay, na? So and also we are having the distributions of OS like Amazon Linux, Rocky Linux, Ubuntu, Red Hat, Debian, Fedora, OpenSUSE, Kali Linux, Amazon Linux, Rocky Linux. We are having the different distributions. Okay, na? So the next, after this, what we are having? Architecture of OS. So in architecture, we are having the first one, hardware. Now, what is meant by hardware?
Yes.
What is meant by hardware? If you have connected any external devices to your laptop, all the information will get stored on the hardware. So after hardware, what we are having? Kernel.
kernel,
Kernel. Now, what is meant by kernel?
Communication between hardware, computer hardware and
hardware and
software.
software.
Great. Communication between hardware components as well as software components that are present in your laptop. So after kernel, what we are having? Shell.
Shell.
Shell,
Now, what is meant by shell?
Commands are executing.
Where our commands are executing. So after shell, what we are having?
Application.
Application. Now,
application.
what is meant by application? Where our applications was present. That's it. Okay, na? Great.
Yes.
So after this, let's say if you want to create your server, we need who will provide the server to me? Means ultimately cloud providers provide the server to me. Who will provide the servers to me? Cloud providers. Okay now. So in market majorly we are having three cloud providers. Who are they? First one AWS, next one Azure,
Azure,
as well
GC,
as so AWS are handled by the Amazon. Who are going to be handled? Amazon.
Amazon,
Azure was handled by the Microsoft.
Microsoft.
GCP was handled by the Google. So these are the main three cloud providers. We are having the Salesforce, okay, now Alibaba, Oracle. These all are the some other cloud providers. So majorly we are having three cloud providers. Who are they? AWS, Azure, GCP. So who are handled by the AWS?
Amazon.
Who are handled by the Azure?
Microsoft.
Who are handled by the GCP?
Google.
Okay, na? So let's say you want to create your own server in the cloud, we need to be have an account. So let's say this is my Amazon account. I am trying to book a mobile in my Amazon. So first to book a mobile in Amazon, first I need to have an account, right? In the same manner, if you want to create any server in the Amazon, we need to be have an account. If you want to create any server in the Azure, first we need to have an account. If you want to create any server in the GCP, we need to be have an account in the GCP. Okay, now. So if you want to create any account in any cloud provider, we need to have one credit card. What we need to have? Credit card. Okay, now, which will charge only 2 rupees. How many rupees? 2 rupees. Okay, now, other than this, అంటే 2 rupees కన్నా ఎక్కువ కట్ అవ్వవు. 2 rupees కట్ అవుతుంది. మళ్ళీ 24 hours లోపల మీ 2 rupees మీకు ఇచ్చేస్తుంది. ఓకేనా? రూపీస్ కట్ అవుతాయి. 24 hours లోపలే మళ్ళీ అగైన్ మీ 2 rupees మీకు గెట్ బ్యాక్ అవుతుంది. ఓకేనా? సో అలా ఉంటుంది. ఆన్లైన్ క్లియర్ ఫర్ ఆల్ ఆఫ్ యూ. అర్థమైందా అండి? So that's great. Now in tomorrow's class, I am going to start with how to create your free trial accounts. మీ ఫ్రీ ట్రయల్ అకౌంట్స్ ని ఎలా క్రియేట్ చేయాలి ఏంటి అని చెప్తాను. సో మీరు తొందరపడి ఒకవేళ మీ అంతటా మీరు ఓన్ గా క్రియేట్ చేద్దామని ట్రై చేశారనుకోండి, ఫ్రీ ట్రయల్ కాకుండా పే యాజ్ యూ గో అని ఉంటుంది ఒక ఆప్షన్. దాని మీద క్లిక్ చేస్తే మీకు ఆటోమేటిక్గా క్రెడిట్ కార్డ్ మీద బిల్లింగ్ పడుతుంది. అప్పుడు మీరు కట్టాల్సి వస్తుంది. సో రేపటి క్లాస్లో నేనే గైడ్ చేస్తాను స్టెప్ బై స్టెప్ ఎలా క్రియేట్ చేస్తారు ఏంటి అని. సో తొందరపడి క్రెడిట్ కార్డు ఉందని చెప్పి మీరు క్రియేట్ చేశారనుకోండి, పే యాజ్ యూ గో సబ్స్క్రిప్షన్కి వెళ్ళిపోయింది. పోయిన తర్వాత మంత్లీ బిల్లింగ్ వస్తుంది. ఒక 50,000, 60,000, 70,000 అలా వస్తుంది. సో మనం కట్టుకోలేం కదా అంతా. సో ₹2 కట్ అవుతాయి ఫ్రీ ట్రయల్ అకౌంట్కి. నేనే గైడ్ చేస్తాను. నేను గైడ్ చేసిన తర్వాత క్రియేట్ చేస్తాను. ఓకేనా? సో నేను పేపర్ ఆల్ ఆఫ్ యూ అర్థమైందా అండి? సో ఇవాళ సెషన్లో ఏమన్నా డౌట్స్ ఉన్నాయా? ఎనీ డౌట్స్ ఫ్రమ్ దిస్ సెషన్? సో అబౌట్ ద సర్వర్స్ చూసాము, ఆర్కిటెక్చర్ ఆఫ్ సర్వర్స్ చూసాము, నెక్స్ట్ లైనక్స్ గురించి ఇంట్రొడ్యూస్ కదా. సో రేపటి క్లాస్లో ఒక అకౌంట్ ఫ్రీ ట్రయల్ అకౌంట్ ఎలా క్రియేట్ చేస్తారో చూస్తాము. ఓకేనా? మన ఓన్ సర్వర్ ఎలా క్రియేట్ చేస్తారో చూస్తాము. ఆ సర్వర్కి ఎలా కనెక్ట్ అవుతారో చూస్తాము. లైనక్స్ లో కొన్ని బేసిక్స్ టాపిక్స్ కవర్ చేస్తాం. ఓకేనా? ఇలా స్లోగానే వెళ్దాం. సో ఇప్పుడు మనం ఒకేసారి ఫుల్ నేర్చుకున్నాం అనుకోండి, మన బ్రెయిన్ మీద స్ట్రెస్ పడిపోతుంది, అంటే ఎక్కువ అయిపోతుంది బాడీ. సో కొంచెం నేర్చుకున్న డైలీ పర్ఫెక్ట్ గా నేర్చుకున్నాం. ఓకేనా? కొంచెం లేట్ అయితే ఏమైంది, 3 months ఆఫ్ కోర్స్ 4 months అవుతుంది. తప్పేం ఉంది అక్కడ? తప్పేం లేదు కదా. సో in English, yeah. So actually, what I mean to say, so in this class we have discussed about the servers, architecture of servers, and also we have discussed about about the intro of Linux, right? So in tomorrow's class we are going to start about how to create the accounts and how to launch the servers, how to connect with the servers, and also we are going to perform some basic Linux commands. Okay now. So daily we are going to learn very small parts. Okay now. Along. So that's it. Yeah, I'm going to cover in both Telugu as well as English. Okay na? Sagar. So if you have any notes over the session, you can ask guys. So before going to end up the session, how was the session today? Learn which is super. So what about the online? So at least you need to respond for this question also. Nice. Great.
Good.
So daily our sessions is going to be like this only. From the day 1 to till the end, our section is going to be interactive session only. Okay now. So you will getting the unmute options daily. You can speak at any point of time. Need recording, sirs. I joined the late. Yeah, we are going to provide the recording. So after completion of the class, just try to contact with the admin team. They are going to provide you recordings. Need fast like that. Yeah. So if you need, just try to contact with the admin team. So if we are having the fast track batches also. So if you want to join there, you can join. Yeah, great. So and also I have, do we have talked about the add-ons, like we are providing some communication classes and CRT training. So చెప్పానా దీని గురించి? Yeah. So the persons who are enrolled for this like course, they are going to provide free communication classes and also free CRT program. Okay, no? So then that's it from my end. So if you have any doubts, you can ask guys. Time, huh? So the time wall. Is there any content changes? The fast track test? No. There is no content changes. We are daily updating the content. ఓకేనా? ఉన్న కంటెంట్ అయితే తీసేయం కానీ యాడ్ చేసుకుంటూనే వెళ్తాం. ఓకేనా? ఎందుకంటే ఇండస్ట్రీ అనేది రోజు రోజుకు మారిపోతుంది. కొత్త టూల్స్ వస్తున్నాయి. ఆ టూల్స్ మనం చెప్పాలి కదా. సో యాజ్ ఐఎమ్ రియల్ టైమ్ ఎక్స్పర్ట్, ఐఎమ్ వర్కింగ్ ఆన్ ద డెవాప్స్ సైడ్ ఓన్లీ. ఓకేనా? సో నేను ఏవైతే టూల్స్ చెప్తానో, ఐ మీన్ యూస్ చేస్తామో అవే చెప్తాను. ఓకేనా? మార్కెట్ ఎలా ఉంది సార్? సో మార్కెట్ అయితే సూపర్ ఉందండి, కాకపోతే మనం నేర్చుకోవడమే లేట్. సో ఎనీ ఆల్టర్నేటివ్ టాస్?